Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's University of New Haven esports broadcast. Today, we have the first match of the season for this Varsity Smash Brothers team in the NECC League. It's week 1, Division 3, and we've got a great matchup to bring you all today. University of New Haven facing off against Southern New Hampshire University. This is going to be a great match. University of New Haven going to start out with Octobro here. He's saying hi to the camera. UNH is ready to roll. So UNH, they have a lot of players on their roster this season for NECC and all leagues that they're participating in. So they have a roster. Their co-captains this year are Deception and Logster 912. And then also on the roster, we've got J Rainer 196, Octobro, SE, JA, Cherry Soda, Gigi Bappo, 8-Bit Steve, and Quarantine. They're all here today, ready for this opening day. And then on the other side, for Southern New Hampshire University, they have a much smaller roster. They've got 5 players listed. They have Jam, Archangel, PK, Demon King, and Q Diesel. Now, one of the limitations of this setup is we're unfortunately not able to know which player is in for the other team. But luckily, we're able to know who's playing for UNH at all times. So, for anyone who is new this year to the collegiate Smash Bros. Scene, I will explain how this rule set works. So, the way Smash Bros. Works for NECC, it's a crew battle format. So, what that means is both teams will pick 4 players, they each get 3 stocks. If they lose a stock, they've lost it permanently. So let's say Octobro here, he drops 1 stock and takes out the opponent 3 times. Then Octobro will go in to face the next opponent from SNHU, and he'll still have 2 stocks remaining going into that next series. So here we go. The first match. It's going to be Octobro on the Inkling against a King K. Rool from the side of Southern New Hampshire University. Here we go. The poke battle is starting. King K. Rool, he has a lot of tools that Inkling needs to be careful about, and we've seen it come out already. He's got a cannonball, and then after shooting out the cannonball, he can eat Inkling in the gun that it got shot from. And then along with that, he can throw his crown like he did just there. All of those tools make it really hard for Inkling to close the space on King K. Rool. But when Inkling is able to close that distance, as we're seeing now, it can be really easy for Octobro to get some things going. King K. Rool here starting out with a little bit of an advantage. Now, the mechanic that Inkling has that makes it special is whenever Inkling gets paint on the opponent, that's a nice kill from Octobro. Whenever Inkling gets paint on the opponent, it makes it so that more damage is dealt with each attack. So the more that Octobro can get that paint onto the King K. Rool, the better it's going to be. And now Octobro here, he's up a stock from a nice opening kill onto the King K. Rool. And he's making the best of this life that he had. He was on 100% when he got that kill. And now he's pretty much evened it up on this next stock. He will go down here. But King K. Rool, he's at 114. If Octobro can find a little combo here, that'll be the end of this stock for K. Rool. Looks like the K. Rool was looking for some sort of suicide kill there, but wasn't able to find it. Octobro knows better. Looking for a roller. Can't quite get the stick, but The down smash will confirm the kill. And now Octobro has a very serious chance of putting UNH up 2 stocks in this first match already. He's figured out the way of the K rule. He's getting in there very easily now. It was a struggle at the start of the match, but we're getting there. Nice little combo to get the K rule a little bit higher. He has a very safe recovery, though, to get back to the stage. Makes it very difficult to kill K rule unless you get him out all the way. Percent's pretty much even here. And Octobro really fishing for this stock take. This would be massive for UNH. Almost gets knocked off there by K rule, but going to stay on. I think he's just trying to get ink on here to get higher damage and then set something up for a kill. But playing very careful, doesn't want to lose the stock here. And now percent is pretty much even. Lands the paint bomb. This is a critical moment here. If Octobro can get this, that'll be a massive advantage for UNH. And there we go, the forward smash. Going to confirm the kill, and UNH already out to an 11-9 lead here. Octobro still with 2 stocks remaining. The big advantage of crew battles, if you manage to live when you're on 120% like that at the end of a match, you get reset right back to 0%. So Octobro, massive kill confirmed there. And now we will have to see what stage and what player SNHU is going to put out next. These are best of 3 series, so once SNHU or UNH drops down to 0 stocks, that'll be 1 set for the team, and then they will go ahead and do it all over again. And the winner will be the first team to take 2 stocks here. It'll be very interesting to see what SNHU cooks up here, both in terms of stage pick and in terms of character. Because the advantage of something like UNH having a much larger roster is they have a much larger pool of characters that the team plays. And each character can be good in a different situation here. And then in terms of maps, each map, they're pretty similar, or they're called stages in Smash. And each stage is pretty similar, but there are a couple differences in terms of the size of the stage, where the platforms are located, and that can all make a difference at this high level of Smash Bros. That we see at this collegiate level. And now, also with this rule set, it's important to note Octobro must stay on Inkling for this next set, or for this series, until he loses all 3 of his stocks. He's locked into Inkling. But if we go to a second set and he comes in, he can pick whatever character he wants. Doesn't have to stay Inkling. And then one other rule of the league, if one person plays a character in a set, then no one else on the team can play that same character for the set. So let's say Deception comes in next, he won't be able to play Inkling. Not that he would play Inkling in the first place. However, it's just off the table. Looks like we're going to see here what stage gets picked. There's a lot of them on screen right now, but there's only, I believe, 5 legal stages. I could be fully wrong on that, but that's generally what is accepted as the legal stages. Who's going to tell him that Mishima Dojo is not a legal stage, sadly? But yeah, headed into this next matchup, Octobro has clinched a nice lead for UNH. SNHU has a 2-stock deficit here. So if the teams just trade stocks all the way through, then UNH is going to come out on top here. This is forcing SNHU to pull out some big plays right away. Hovering Hollow Bastion, that might be the stage pick here. Hollow Bastion, it's a somewhat wide stage, but then it has one singular platform in the center. It's got pretty standard boundaries around in terms of where the kill zone is on the stage. And it's very similar to Smashville, although it's a little wider and the central platform is a tiny bit smaller as well. Still waiting here on the stage pick from SNHU. And it looks like we're going to Battlefield. This is one of the most popular stages in the game. It features 2 platforms on either side and then one in the top middle. We are seeing here SNHU pulling out the Lucas. Lucas is an interesting character here. And yes, Octobro will have to jump off once here to get him to that 2 stocks that he has remaining. And now we're off. Octobro getting the early lead here in this neutral phase of the fight. By picking Lucas, SNHU, they're basically claiming that he can outrange the Inkling here. Lucas has a few attacks that they have longer ranges, but the trade-off is the combos aren't as good with those moves. Inkling, on the other hand, a lot of combo potential with the moves. But the Lucas now evening things up here. Octobro still got a little bit of an advantage. Could be looking at getting him 2 kill percent here. And the forward smash almost finishes it there. Not quite, but Lucas will not be able to recover from there. And now Octobro takes his 4th stock away from SNHU. And he's still only down 1 stock. It's almost as if one player from SNHU just wasn't there at the start of the match now. Lucas lands the forward smash, trying to keep Octobro away from the stage, but gonna get a little combo there. Now Octobro looking to take away yet another stock. Lucas just able to stay out of range of that forward smash. And now Octobro really wants to get this stock here. Will be able to recover, but the Lucas keeps sending him off the stage. What a dodge there by Octobro. But the percent is just too high. Lucas is going to be able to finish off the kill. Octobro on his last stock here, looking for the edgeguard and will get it on the Lucas. It's now 1 stock to 1 for these players here. And that last stock, when it's 1 against 1, it's such a pivotal stock. Because no matter what happens, you get set back to 0%. So this is a massive win for whoever takes this stock here. And it pretty much will be the nail in the coffin for UNA or for SNHU if UNH wins this matchup here. Octobro, though, he's at very high percent, and the Lucas is only at 24. This could be dangerous for Octobro. We might be seeing the end of his run here, but anything's possible. Lucas has a recovery that can be kind of abused because the Thunder, it's not the most consistent way of getting back. Hits him with a roller here. He's down about 100%. Most moves will probably kill here for the Lucas. And Octobro just gonna have to try and make something happen here. Inkling looks for the forward smash. That was greedy, but that's kind of what you gotta do there, and Lucas will finish off the stock. A great run from Octobro, though, taking out 5 stocks from SNHU, and that'll bring the series score to 9-7 in favor of UNH.
Hey there, guys. I am the other caster, Hassan Janan, also known as G Bapo. Hello, Jolly.
Hello, Bappo. Nice to be in the casting booth with you again today.
Very interesting game today from Lucas and Squidling matchup. It's definitely a harder matchup for Inkling, but um, Octobro is definitely a more patient player. He knows how to avoid range attacks and all that kind of stuff. But Lucas is definitely, that was one of those annoying characters you had to really watch out against. He did definitely do a really good job of pulling through and getting as much value as he did out of that and getting him to one stock. It's definitely going to help the other people get less annoying time to do with him.
Yeah, absolutely. And that all came after an incredible run against the opening player for SNHU, taking out 3 stocks while only losing 1. And now UNH is up 2 stocks thanks to Octobro. And it looks like they're going to bring in their captain Deception here. What do you think about
This
that move?
Deception is definitely a very interesting play. Bringing out the best player, definitely second, is definitely a power move. It definitely show that UNH definitely has very big confidence in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised to see them pull him out here to take out 1 stock from the Lucas. I
Though I
feel
am
like
not
you
surprised. Deception is very good at just being patient. He knows how to download the character, and once he's definitely been spectating, and once he spectated, he knows exactly what to do. And I
Yeah,
know for a fact
absolutely.
that he will rock the daylights out of him, just because of the
Yeah, I
kind of
have
player
no
he is.
doubt about that. I'm just kind
If
of
he knows how to
surprised.
play, I as a hero player myself, he knows how to get past everything. He knows the timing. He knows just how to bait all the moves out.
Yeah, I'm just kind of surprised they bring him in here when there's 1 stock remaining instead of, say, an opponent with 3 stocks left. That might be the play. Get a more favorable matchup. Because now what you're doing here, when you take out the 1 stock, you're giving the opponents a chance to throw in whoever they want against you.
Hmm.
Kind of is a power move, like you said.
Definitely. We also don't know if SNHU is going to bring out their best player soon, or if even they did already.
Yeah, right. You have no idea in this format, and that's what makes it so fun. There's
Mm,
mind games and there's just Smash Bros.
we do love that.
So Bappo, you are listed on this roster for UNH. Can you kind of give me the rundown on this team? Because you have
The
some more insider information than I do about them.
the rundown of this team is very versatile. We have a wide variety of characters that everybody like. Nobody plays the same character really. Literally, no one plays the same character. Everybody does something different. Everyone has a different play style, and definitely gives us a lot of flexibility when it comes to other teams. When it comes to different other characters that we have to go up against. Our captain is very smart, knows the download. One of the best players in CT as well. Very high ranking player. And even Octobro, he's very smart. He knows all the downloads. Give him a few games and he'll lock in on you.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're heading here into this next matchup, it's going to be Deception on the Ike, trying to take out this last stock from the Lucas player of SNHU. And this would be very good for UNH if they're able to take this out. Looks like we're going to be on small battlefield.
Small Battlefield is
So,
definitely a good stage for Ike, but it's also not a good stage for Ike in this matchup, technically.
yeah, it's very similar to the map they were just on, except it doesn't have the platform in the top middle.
There's your
And
classic Ike
already,
combo with up B to do it.
deception.
Up B almost kills. This just show how powerful the character Ike is. He definitely has crazy combos, down tilt up back air, reverse back air. That's how you do it in UNH.
That
Once you
was,
play against Alex enough times, you'll know that that is a butter on toast combo, and he will do that too many times for you to count.
yes, he will. He didn't take any damage during that entire stock. And now he's got a chance to continue this run. UNH up 9-6 against SNHU in this first set here.
Mm. I wouldn't be
That,
surprised if he goes on a roll.
yeah, we've seen Deception do this in the past. Last year, there were a couple times when he just took it into his own hands and took upwards of 9 stocks from the opponents before getting knocked out. That just goes to show how good some of these UNH players are on this roster. And
Exactly.
I think they've got a great chance to make a run deep into the playoffs this year
Mhm.
for Division 3 of NECC.
Exactly. And once you play against that, like you will be either in for a really bad time or a really, really bad time. If you don't get a download, if he gets a download on you before you download on him, or catch him off guard before he catches on you, it's kind of over. He learns very fast, extremely fast. He's very quick witted and very good at being patient, trying to bait out his opponents, learning their play style.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
was
And
similar
it's
to our
not
mini
like,
brawler player last semester, who unfortunately had graduated, so we don't have him here anymore. But our me brawler player last semester was the same exact thing as Deception. He was very good at downloading the opposition, and if you gave him too much time, he would learn you, and it's over.
yeah, and it's not like things will get much better for SNHU here. Even if they do knock out Deception, there's still a very strong roster behind Deception if he does get knocked out here. Next stage pick will be Pokemon Stadium 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, isn't it just the exact same as Small Battlefield? Or are there differences with the blast zones?
It's just bigger. The stage is bigger, and the platforms are further apart.
Okay. Yeah. Same kind of layout, though, on these stages.
Exactly.
Sephiroth trying to beat the
Sephiroth is a
sword with a bigger sword.
Sephiroth is one of those.
And we are off here. Both players starting from 3 stocks here for the first time since the first fight of this series. Deception getting out to an early lead here in the poke phase.
I would don't
Although
understand
Sephiroth,
Sephiroth. Sephiroth does some Sephiroths are really good at just outmaneuvering you and outranging you. So hopefully he knows how. But just Ike big sword. Sometimes just
oh,
Ike's
the
sword
two
reaches you
frame.
for anything. As
He
crazy
caught him with
play,
the neutral
crazy.
B, and
I
now he's
know.
just going for the combos.
But
He's
yeah, it's good.
already got this Sephiroth in a dangerous position here on his second stock. This is going by super quickly. And he gets the second kill. We're only 40 seconds in, Deception. Slow down. Slow down. You can't be going this fast. We need to run mid-roll ads. Slow down. And now Sephiroth on his last little bit of life here. And the match just started. Catches him with the forward air again. Sephiroth almost at 100% here. Deception with the counter.
Crazy counter.
And
What
it's
was that?
over already.
I looked away for 2 seconds and he was dead, guys. What the hell happened?
That's how fast Deception finishes the sets.
I'm
And
telling
now
you,
it's
that Ike is not fun to
9-3.
play against. That Ike is not fun to play against.
9-3 in favor of UNH here.
Three
One
moves
player
and you're in 90.
one player left for SNHU. They have two players on roster to choose from here. We'll see which matchup they end up choosing.
Mousepad?
But yeah, absolute
There, next
domination
to your
here
mousepad.
from Deception.
We'll see who NSHU sends out next.
Yeah, I mean, Sephiroth, that feels like a character that would be good into Ike. But
Ike, the thing is that if Ike gets one hit on you, or you're already at 90. That is the only problem. Sephiroth has, if you're gonna play against the Ike of Deception, you're gonna have to play it really safe. You're gonna have to
yeah,
watch his nairs. You cannot get close with an air. You have to bait out his nairs, and then you have to get close, get a hit in with Sephiroth's forward air. You have to poke him out.
yeah, absolutely. That's the advantage Sephiroth has there in the matchup. He has so much more range. His sword takes up like half the stage, and then he also has projectiles. But
The
if
thing
you
is
let
also
Deception close in that distance, you are kind of cooked.
the thing is also about Sephiroth. He had some downsides to where he is slower than Ike, meaning that
Yes.
it's gonna be hard for him to get really an attack in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to know what a extremely fast ranged character would look like. That just sounds awful to play
The
against.
only way to beat an Ike is to play a ranged character. For example, Hero is very good at baiting Ike out if you're able to get your menus quick out enough. Joker is very good at fighting Ike just because he has his gun, he has his uh, Aegon or Iha that's able to
Speaking
just
of
camp.
ranged characters, we're
Who they send
seeing
out? Piranha
Piranha
Plant.
Plant.
Piranha Plant is one of those characters that might stand a chance. I don't know the Piranha Plant matchup too well, as I haven't seen the character like a lot ever actually.
Yeah, it's
So
a
niche
very
character.
niche pick.
Definitely a zoner character. Definitely going to keep space, but I don't know about how good he'll keep space from Ike.
Yeah. Well, Ike is already closing that distance. He's
Like I
got
said,
this.
once Deception keeps the closes in the distance, it's kind of hard for you to get away just because he's chasing you down. Ike for a sortie with such big damage and rate and like power is very fast on his feet. Definitely able to catch you off guard in many ways in one. And just like that dash attack just kills you at 90 at the end of the stage.
Yeah, that's what Deception will do to you. And he's almost evened up these percents here.
Exactly.
Just two more hits and it'll be even.
He's also very exceptional at keeping you at ledge. Definitely keeps up pressure where it kind of confuses you on what to do next. And some people don't know, but Ike's side B is very, like, not very unpunishable. It has basically zero end lag at the end of it, and the only way to really counter it is with another counter at the end.
Yeah.
So a lot of people fall for the Ike side B propaganda.
Yeah, and it's a great mobility tool. You see Deception using it a lot here just to close the distance on this Piranha Plant, giving him no room to breathe. And all Deception has to do here is win against this Piranha Plant. Doesn't have to be a fancy 3 stock, just has to be a win. And we already see him up a clean stock here. He's just got to not lose a full stock to something random here. And then UNH will be winning this first set. He does lose that stock though. It's currently 8 stocks to 2.
Unfortunately, Jolly,
Deception.
I do have to go as my match is starting, but I will pop back in when I
Oh,
can.
all right. It was
But it's
great
already
having
looking
you
good for
casting
UNH.
here.
Already looking good for UNH. It was good to cast with you. I'll be back shortly.
Yes. And now we're down to the wire in this match here. Deception on 2 stocks. Piranha Plant 40% on the last stock for SNHU. And Deception is going to make this extremely quick. Comes back to stage with the side beat. That was almost a crazy combo there. And the Piranha Plant's at 90. It's hard to see a way that this Piranha Plant can come back from this. 110%, edge of the stage. Deception catches the recovery with the down tilt, but the up B will finish it. And UNH takes this first set against SNHU Yellow. It's 1-0 in this best of 3 series. After this break here, we will see if UNH will be able to close out the set. Stay tuned for when we continue. All right, everyone. We are back now with this second set in the University of New Haven versus SNHU Yellow Varsity Smash Bros. Showdown. We're going to have Cherry Soda coming in for UNH to lead things off, playing against the King K Rule on the side of SNHU. We saw that King K Rule also leading off in the first set, ended up playing against Octobro and dropping 3 stocks while only taking 1. Cherry Soda here, I believe, got pulled up from the JV roster since last semester and now making his varsity debut playing Game and Watch. Game and Watch, a very interesting character, has bits of both like the up close in your face gameplay, while also when he's in the air, it's a lot of ranged stuff, especially vertical range. A common thing you'll see Game and Watch players do is chain their up airs, which shoots a puff of air upwards and it'll just catch opponents and leave them up there in the sky with no way to get back to the ground. Of course, we'll have to see how Cherry Soda ends up playing this matchup against the King K Rule. Will be a very fun matchup regardless. And I think Cherry Soda is excited as well for us to get into this match. They're just picking the stage right now. And we should know which stage it is very soon. But yeah, very good start for this UNH team in the series. Up 1-0, and it was a very dominant 1-0 lead that they had. They ended up taking that first set with 8 stocks remaining, which is an absolutely massive victory for the team. That means they still had 2 players and then some who didn't have their stocks taken away, while they ended up taking 12 stocks from SNHU in the process. And Pokemon Stadium 2 will be the map we go to here. I think the biggest struggle for Mr. Game & Watch in this matchup will be getting close to the King K Rule. As I talked about in that first set, he can be a very difficult character to approach just because of all the resources he has to keep you at bay here. And we are off. K-Rule just trying to stay as far away from Game & Watch as possible. But Game & Watch does have the resource of the down B bucket that does reflect all projectiles. That'll be a very useful asset here for Cherry Soda, as we can already see it being used 3 times. The down smash from the K-Rule will catch him here. But Cherry Soda trying to get close to this K-Rule. Down on percent here, gets the deflect. And the K-Rule will take the first stock of this series. I believe that's actually the first lead SNHU has had in this entire series so far, as they're now up 12-11, although that might be short-lived with the King K Rule here being on 109%. Yeah, Cherry Soda really just trying to get through this endless barrage of cannonballs and crowns. It can be a difficult task to get past it. Even if you know the King K Rule's going to do it, he can still do it and make your life miserable. And now King K Rule looking at finishing this stock, almost gets it, but not quite. Cherry Soda has a little bit left to give, and he does have 1 stock left after this. K Rule gets back safely, 161%. That's the other thing with King K. Rool. He's such a heavy character that it takes a lot to get him off stage and into the blast zone. And that's really going to be a struggle here for Cherry Soda. You have to land a powerful attack, and he's trying with the key, but even at 180, it wasn't killing. Finally, throwing K. Rool's crown back at him will secure the kill. But at the very least here, if you're Cherry Soda, you want to cut your losses. You're down a stock right now. If you can keep it that way and at least get SNHU down to 10, you've done your job here. And the K. Rool just relentless with this barrage. This could be dangerous here for Cherry Soda. 117 gets the hit with the key. That parry was almost massive, but the King K. Rool ends up prevailing, catching the roll with the down smash. And now it's pretty much an inverse of what we saw in the first set. UNH falling down in this first match, and it'll be 11-9 in favor of SNHU here. And it looks like UNH has already decided who's coming in here. It's Sean. He was a key member of the varsity team this past semester when they were on an absolute tear through every league they were participating in. And hopefully we can see that same kind of success keep going into this year. As we'll see him pick the snake here. I really do like this pick here. Snake is also a very ranged character, and I feel like his explosives are better at outranging opponents than King K. Rool. You still have to be careful, for sure, but you can just be really evasive while still getting a lot of damage in here. Just waiting on the stage to be picked here. King K. Rool will start this next match down one stock, so Sean will only have to take 2 stocks here. We'll see if he's able to do it efficiently. If he gets both stocks without dropping one here, that could be absolutely massive for the side of UNH, and it'll be a tie game then at 9-9. All depends on this performance, though. We'll see how the snake pick works out in just a moment. And yeah, looking at a matchup chart for Snake here, seems pretty generally accepted. This matchup is +2 for Snake, which means Snake basically has a very strong advantage in this matchup against King K. Rool. Again, as I said, mostly due to just outranging King K. Rool, and you're very elusive. You can easily stay away from his cannonballs and from his crown, while still being able to output threat to him. As we'll see Pokemon Stadium 2 be the map pick again here. Very popular stage pick tonight. As we will get underway in this matchup momentarily. And here we go. 11-9 in favor of SNHU here. We will see if Sean is able to close that gap a little bit. Here we go. Snake. So many projectiles, especially grenades. He's got a missile launcher. He's got a remote bomb, which you can see it's that little flashing red thing on the right platform. And eventually it stops flashing, but he can detonate that at any time. Drops the grenade on K. Rool. And that'll basically be his game plan here going forward. Just get those grenades. And that's the main way of racking up damage. And eventually you can use your missiles to just finish him off like that. 50% and that almost kills. That's crazy. Snake's down smash is just so incredibly strong. It does so much damage. And it sends people so far. Almost gets his shield broken there. Tried for the fake out, but it got reflected back into him. Looked for the grenade there. It almost got him, but the K. Rool able to shield it. Both players in kill percent here, and he will get the kill confirm. He is still at 123% though, and that looks like, oh, it somehow doesn't kill. But he's still in a very precarious situation. 150%. Basically anything kills here, and that'll do the job. Sean down a stock. But that's not the end of the world here. Still up one on this K. Rool. Just one more for this K. Rool to be taken out entirely. Although Sean's starting to struggle a bit with this K. Rool's projectiles. Playing it a little more safe now. Just trying to get those grenades to connect. It'll get that one as well as a missile. Percents have pretty much evened up now after some really nice play from Sean. And all it takes is one down smash for a kill onto the K. Rool here. There's lots of other ways for Snake to set up kills as well. And the more he can keep this K. Rool near the edge, the better, and that'll do the job. Manages to take 2 stocks from this K. Rool while only losing 1. And he'll be sent back to 0% at the start of this next match. That is a big win for UNH. And that'll put the score here to 9-8, still in favor of SNHU, but that lead has shrunk quite considerably. And now it's back to SNHU to figure out who they want to play here. What stage do they want to go to? They know he's on Snake now. Do they have a character that's good against Snake here? I mean, last series we did see them pull out a Lucas. That can be a pretty solid character to play into Snake. Maybe we'll see that come out. And then also in the last series, we saw them pull out a Sephiroth. And then we also saw... what was that other character? It's escaping me right now, but we will find out soon enough. Piranha Plant, that's who the other character was. So yeah, my guess here is that SNHU is going to bring in their Lucas player. Only time will tell, though. Maybe they'll throw a curveball and put in someone who we haven't seen yet. And yeah, if we see a great match here from Sean, if he manages to take out 3 stocks here from whoever plays next for SNHU, I think UNH is winning for sure after that. I mean, we saw how dominant they were in the first set there, winning 8-0. And if they can get an advantage here, I feel like it's just going to keep growing. They are playing from down a little here, though. They are down 1. And that could be a thing that SNHU can try to capitalize on. We've seen SNHU have their moments here as we go to small battlefield. Who do they pick? It is going to be the Lucas player. I think that's a smart play from SNHU here. Getting at least a somewhat favorable matchup into the snake. And we'll have to jump off once. But now we're off. He catches him with the remote bomb right away. But this Lucas managing to get a few combos off onto Sean already. Percent staying somewhat even here past the neutral phase. And now Sean already trying to confirm a kill, lands the up smash. Flying high into the sky here. Just trying to look for any possible opening to get on this Lucas and sticks him with the remote bomb. That'll do the trick. Sean tying up this set for UNH. It's now 8-8 in terms of stocks. Both players here on 2 stocks so far in this match. What a reflect from the Lucas. When Lucas does his forward smash with the bat, he's able to reflect projectiles. Although you rarely see it happen with something as fast as a grenade from Snake. And he will take another stock there. UNH finally having the lead, although this one might be short-lived unless Sean can make a miracle happen. He is at 150%. It's probably going to be tough for him to keep this stock. But, you know, anything can happen. He's chaining some stuff together on this Lucas. 180%, but it sends him back towards stage. This actually could be very doable for Sean. Oh my goodness, he's actually doing it. The fire almost killed him. He got him! No, he didn't. He almost got him. Just looking for his opportunity here. Pretty much any hit from the Lucas will kill. But he catches him with that. Missile will secure it. Oh my goodness. A masterclass in Snake from Sean as he takes 3 stocks and he doesn't drop any. It's as if the Lucas player never existed. And now the series score is going to be 8-5, 8-6. Oh my goodness. Just immaculate play here from Sean. It doesn't get better than that. He was at 200%, and he clawed his way back, and he got the Lucas. And now SNHU. This is a massive predicament for them. Lucas was their answer against the Snake. What do they do now? They have a Piranha Plant? They have a Sephiroth. Both of those characters have trouble against the elusiveness of Snake. He can just jump in circles around those characters and keep damaging them with the explosives. Maybe they'll bring in their 5th player. You never know. We haven't seen what the fifth player from SNHU plays at all. We've only seen those four so far. So maybe they'll throw a curveball here and put in their last player. Either way, UNH reclaiming the lead, and they're 6 stocks away from their first victory in this NECC season. Maybe we'll even be able to see Sean take it all the way home, keeping all of his stocks. Anything's possible here. We saw Deception take out, I think it was 9 stocks or so? 8 stocks, I think, from opponents. Just absolutely dominant. It'll be a Samus. So I do believe this is the fifth player from SNHU. We now know what all of them play, unless this is one of their previous players on a different character. You never know with this rule set. And we are off. Sean starting with 2 stocks just like the last match because he didn't lose anything. And yes, Samus is also a very ranged heavy character. This is just going to be the battle of ranged attacks. Neither character is too great up close. I'd say Snake probably has the advantage in the up close battle here. But Samus, it just takes 2 fully charged shots to get you to 90%. So it can be very scary playing against a Samus sometimes. And it's not like there's no threat up close from a Samus. Forward airs can be chained really well, and that'll do about 40% to you. As Sean here getting the first kill while only at 36%, we might just be seeing Sean take it all the way here. This is just incredible Snake gameplay that we've seen. I mean, what do you do if you're the Samus here? He's just ducking under the missiles, and on the charge shots, he does get hit by one of them, and it does about 30%. But yeah, it's just very hard for this Samus to really do anything. They're just stuck playing extremely passive, but they need to make something happen. As percents are pretty much even now at 2 stocks. Remote Bomb hits them both, and the Samus is going to find a charge shot. 122% here for Sean. Charge shot will connect, and that'll be the second stock lost here for Sean. He's got 1 remaining. Will he be able to take out this Samus player and continue his run? Samus off stage. Not going to be able to confirm the kill, but will there. And now it's pretty much even. He's got a real serious shot here at taking away this last stock from Samus. Just got to be very careful. Already down a lot in this neutral trade. But yeah, just trying to keep that pressure on the Samus. Continuously throwing the grenades, not giving the Samus room to breathe. Maybe playing a little more passively here as well. Just wants to force the Samus to approach if they want to stop this ranged duel. As Sean is currently winning that duel pretty significantly. He's closed the percentage gap to 0. And that combo there with the remote bomb This might be it here. Not quite able to finish it just yet, but Samus down to 129%. Oh, but he hits a charge shot. That's bad news here for Sean. But the remote bomb hits. Can he live? He just barely recovers. It gave a kill screen animation, but just because it does that doesn't mean it is a kill. Both players are one hit away from dying. Basically, next hit here wins. The Samus goes in with a dash attack. Looked risky, but Sean not able to punish. As they just keep the range battle going and he hits the remote bomb. Sean looking to finish this sweep here against SNHU, as it's now 7 stocks to 3 in favor of UNH. This could be the final battle here. Will Sean take it all the way? I mean, this has been an incredible performance from him so far already. Starting out, managed to take 2 stocks off the K rule, only dropping 1. And then he got a 3 stock onto the Lucas. And now we've seen him take out 3 more. He's taken 8 stocks. And he's still got 1 left. He's not showing any signs of stopping. Of course, it's always risky here at the end. You've only got 1 stock left, so just waiting on this stage selection here. I mean, if you're SNHU, what do? You're down to your Piranha Plant player and your Sephiroth. Neither of those sound like fun matches into a Snake. I mean, Sephiroth, he's just too slow. Snake can get around him quite easily. And then Piranha Plant, you generally want to play ranged as Piranha Plant, but Snake just beats you in that duel. So we'll have to see what they do here. Yeah, this is last stage for SNHU potentially, so they've got to think about this one real hard. If they drop this, then the series is finished and UNH will win 2-0. And hopefully soon we'll see what stage does get picked. I'd have to imagine they'll want to go with a stage with more platforms, something like Battlefield, just so you can get around the Snake's ranged stuff. But it won't necessarily even work here because those platforms also give him space to put the remote mines to run around and stay away from you. Maybe Final Destination would be the pick here. Just a completely flat map, but we do see Small Battlefield get picked here. Another common map that we've seen, and they will pull out the Piranha Plant. So they're opting not to put in their Sephiroth player here. As we go into potentially the final match of this series. If Sean is able to take all 3 stocks without dropping one, then this would be a massive UNH win to start this season. And players are off here. It'll be super interesting to see how this Piranha Plant tries to close the distance on Snake. Almost gets spiked right off the bat. But Piranha Plant has managed to do really good damage already onto this Snake. 61% is quite a lot this quickly in the neutral phase. But Sean, not deterred, he's going to get some poke of his own here. Both players nearing kill percent. Up smash into up tilt, both blocked by shield and parry. 30% in difference between the players here. But that's not too important here. What matters is who's going to be able to find this first killing blow. Lands the remote bomb into dash attack. Can he find the missile to finish it off? Not quite. Although it will end up hitting the Piranha Plant. Who's going to be first to strike here? All it takes is one hit. Looking for those grenades. Almost lands that one. Piranha Plant looking for the spike ball, and the up smash will be the thing that connects. That's at least one stock take for Sean here. That's all you can really ask for. He's at 150 here. And that will do it. Almost lived with the DI. But an incredible performance here from Sean, taking out 9 stocks from SNHU Yellow here. Just an incredible performance. As the score will now be 6-2 in favor of UNH. And they will look to close things out here. If things go the way I think they're going to go here, UNH might be bringing in Kala to finish the job. He's looking at it. Is he going to go in? No, it will not be Kala stepping in. Who is this? I think this might be Logster. It might be. Who are we seeing? I can't tell. It's not Logster. It's Jay Rayner 196. Making his debut for the Smash team in this crucial match against SNHU. Picking his signature Bowser here. This is a hype match. It's always hype seeing someone's debut on the team. And we're getting to see plenty of those this year, as it is a large expanded roster for the Smash team. And you'll see a lot of debuts, especially closer to the start of the season. It's always super exciting, especially in a solo game like Smash, where everyone gets their time to shine. I've gotten to witness firsthand the team has been mentoring Jay Rayner, very recent addition to this roster. And Deception has kind of taken him under his wing to teach him all that there is to know in Smash Bros. And we'll see if all that learning is going to pay off here. Bowser's always an interesting character to see because heavyweights like him, they're so feast or famine. And especially in this kind of scenario, Bowser has an interesting mechanic where he has his side B move grabs people, and if you're close enough to the edge, you can actually just jump off the map with them and take them into the blast zone. And so you die in the process, but you secure a kill. That wouldn't be so bad of a thing to do here when you're up 4 stocks total. Might as well. So that's one thing that the Piranha Plant is going to have to look out for here. I'm not sure if Piranha Plant is going to be able to recover from the blast zone distance way at the bottom of the stage. Because that side B move doesn't always kill the opponent. It always kills you, but some characters have the ability to recover all the way from the bottom of the stage. It Piranha Plant might be one of them. Piranha Plant has a very long up B, but I'm not sure if it's quite long enough. We'll have to see. And even if Bowser isn't landing side Bs into the void, that's not necessarily the only thing you can do. There's plenty of different things Bowser can do. He's a very heavy character, outputs a truckload of damage in terms of percent every time he lands a hit. And then he can kill opponents with moves like his forward smash as early as 50 or 60%. So it's a very threatening character. The problem is you need to actually be able to hit the opponent with it. And the moves are very slow and telegraphed compared to a lot of other characters. And since he's so big and heavy, he can be really easy to combo for the opponent. But yeah, this is super exciting seeing Jay Rayner in his debut for the Varsity Smash team here. Hopefully he can get a memorable debut here and finish the job against SNHU as we're loading in here. And here we go. They are off. Piranha Plant lands that poison, and there will be a shield break. That could be deadly here. Yeah, he gets 60% on that shield break. Lots of damage coming out onto Bowser. The upside of being a heavy character, though, it takes a lot to kill you. He's taking about as much knockback at this percent as a Piranha Plant would be at 100, but that's still gonna kill. Jay Rayner still 2 stocks to work with here, so it's not the end of the world. And he does land the grab there. Could be potential here for a kill onto the Piranha Plant, although will get hit by that move. 84% on the Piranha Plant. Will Jay Rayner be able to get this stock off? Percents are even here. Forward smash lands. Piranha Plant almost landing the spike ball. All it takes is one. You can't actually do the side B thing here because Bowser will die first, and that'll be it for Jay Rayner's Bowser. As UNH will drop 3 stocks here, not able to take any off of SNHU. In now, I believe, will come the Captain Deception to put his foot down and end this thing. I lied again. In comes Kala, the Link player for University of New Haven, looking to finish things off here. It's a 3-2 lead for UNH now, so the lead has shrunk quite a bit, but the lead's still there. He only needs to take 2 stocks, whereas this Piranha Plant player needs to take 3 off of him. So we'll see how Kala manages. Captain Deception here giving the rundown to Kala on how to get an edge in this matchup against the Piranha Plant player. As Bappo mentioned earlier, he's great at getting the download on people. He can figure out what their habits are, what their downfalls can be, and how to punish. So into a big spot here is Kala. If he ends up dropping this match against the Piranha Plant, we will have to go to a third set. So let's see what he can do here. Link is another one of those ranged characters here in Smash Bros. He has so many tools at his disposal to just keep the opponent away. He's got a bow and arrow, he's got a remote bomb, a boomerang, and then if the opponent ever gets close, he has a neutral air that's really strong, as well as an up B that can just be a kill move sometimes. And it's very good for getting back to stage. But yeah, this is a very critical match in this series. It will determine if UNH will get the 2-0 sweep or if they'll have to go to a game 3 here. As they're just finishing the setup here, Kala prepares to take on the Piranha Plant of SNHU for all the marbles here. He's locked in, he's ready. Stage is being chosen right now, I believe. But yeah, overall, there's been a lot of great Smash Bros. Play from everyone on UNH so far. I believe we've seen 8 different. No, not 8. We've seen 6 different players from UNH today. They've all put forth really great performances. And they're looking to close this out. On the other hand, if they do end up going to a third set, they will get a lot of other people playing time as well. So that could be fun to see. But it would be better to just finish things now and see them another week. And Cal is not going to let this go longer if it doesn't have to. And SNHU is ready to go in here. Kala just about ready. Gets some final words from Deception. And here he goes. Has to pick the stage first. And it will be Pokemon Stadium 2 with the Battle Gladion music. Here we go. Link versus Piranha Plant. 3 stocks versus 2 in favor of UNH. Will Kala be able to finish the job? Players are off here. And yeah, as I was saying earlier, Link, so many ranged options. He has Boomerang, he has a bow and arrow, and that remote bomb can be so good at denying full areas from the opponent. And you can just kind of hit it around with your sword as well. Not to mention, Link has a shield that will block some projectiles. I don't know if there's any that it would block from the Piranha Plant here, but it is a thing that Link has at his disposal. And all Cal has to do here is trade stocks with the Piranha Plant. Doesn't have to be fancy or even dominant, just has to be trades. And he's doing a great job of that so far. The neutral trade is going slightly in his favor here. He's up 10% here, although it will be evened by a nice combo from the plant. Having a little bit of trouble getting back to stage here, though, and that's one thing Piranha Plant is really good at doing, is just denying you getting back to the stage. But it looks like he's going for a lot of close range engages here, which is kind of surprising to see. But if it's working, then why stop? Percents are both even at just over 100%. Could mean we're in kill percent for some moves. Remote bomb gets hit away by the Piranha Plant, but that's a nice hit by Kala. Plant sends him far off, but will be able to recover 160%, and the grab will finish the kill. It's 2-2, but Piranha Plant 118%. What a hit with the remote bomb. Not able to explode it in time, though. And that forward smash will get the kill. Kala, 1 stock away from sealing the deal against SNHU. 2 stocks to 1 doesn't get much better than this. And we could see a big combo here, and that'll do 50%. That is massive. Percents are even, and that's favoring Kala here. Does get hit there, but finds the boomerang. As long as he can get the plant to kill percent here, then he's got a good chance to get him on the last stock. But why wait till the last stock when you can get it now? Plant is up to 94%. He's looking for this final blow. Remote bomb in play. Blows himself back to the stage. That's another cool thing Link can do, is just increase his recovery with that remote bomb. And grab might kill here at will. So it's 1 stock against 1. The next stock taken will win this set. If it's on the side of UNH, then that will be the series. Plant fighting for SNHU's life here at 116%. And the remote bomb! He finds it! And UNH secures the win against Southern New Hampshire University in this week 1 match. UNH will move to 1-0. And depending on how other matches today have gone, they might be at the top of the division now for win-loss as tie breaks. So that is a massive win here for UNH. And that team, they're going to be a powerhouse this year. They've got a really nice chance at doing something great with that roster they have this year. And on that note, thank you everyone for tuning in to today's match. We will have some more matches tomorrow. We will have on this channel right here, twitch.tv/UNewhaven Esport. we will have JV Rainbow Six Siege at 8 p.m. And then I think the match for the second channel, twitch.tv/UNewhaven Esport 2, that match was changed. It is no longer going to be Varsity Rocket League. I believe we are trying to set up a JV Counter-Strike match for that time tomorrow. So tune into either of those and have a nice day, everyone. Thank you for watching.